Okay, now I don't know whether you people can hear me. I had wanted to previously oh, DIT23 is Madame Scovitz. Okay. Otherwise, we are very privileged that our facilitator is already on call. If you saw the broadcast message we made, having successfully set up a functional system. Remember yesterday, our facilitator guided us through on how we can and set up a network, a computer network, so working system, either a network or to safeguard the data you are storing in the system, the hardware resources you're deploying, and also the users. I want to welcome Mr. Dumba. Maybe briefly, first I would want to welcome Mr. Mukarere Rogers. If there are any remarks or any other welcoming words he has to offer, and then later on, he welcome Mr. Dumba Stephen. Mr. Mukarere Rogers, I wish to invite you at this step and later on ask you to invite Mr. Dumba to take us through the presentation. Thank you.
Yes. Morning, members. Thank you for joining in as we get to call. We are getting to the final modules as we pass through. I would like to encourage members to be active in the session. Please don't just log in and log. Can always ask questions to the facilitators, and then so that we can be. We don't want at the end of the day people to say, "Now, me, I do not learn this." You try to engage us, and also, in case you need any assistance, please give us. You can call us anytime, and then we can be able to help you. Yeah, you can reach out on WhatsApp or call us. Even as we are going to be calling you as we get to conclude with these modules, so that we can get feedback from you on how what you have managed to achieve and what we are getting. On our end, we are trying to do all the other preparations. We are going to be updating you on the way forward after finishing the modules, and when are we going to do our assessment. We are going to be giving you that feedback as we engage with DIT. So thank you very much. The members who have completed the payments so that they can aid us in the preparations as well. Okay, thank you very much. That's all I wanted to say for now.
Yes, good morning, Rogers. I don't know whether I'm audible now.
Yes, we just provide some feedback. Yeah, we can hear, sir.
Yes. When Mr. Ogisha was speaking and when Mr. Rogers is speaking, the network was breaking. I want to confirm whether it's on my side or on your side. Can I confirm from another person? Am I clear?
Yes, you are clear.
Yes,
okay,
Mr. Dumba.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, today we are covering, this is module 6, performing system security. How we are going to approach this one is by you people first telling me which threats you have used computers for quite a while. Which threats do you think we all face when working with our computer systems? Maybe it at home, in the lab, office, or even when you're when you're on the move. By show of hands, what are the possible threats? I'm going to be noting this down. What risks? What risks? Yes, Shakira. Shakira.
Some of the good morning members.
Yes, good morning, Shakira.
Some of the possible threats, there's what we call computer virus.
Sorry. I have a feeling it's my network that is disturbing. Let me hear from John Bosco. John?
Hello.
Mr. John Bosco?
Sorry, I was responding to a colleague here. Now, first of all, good morning, members. Yesterday I had issues. I could not join you. People had a hardware problem. That's the phone and some data issues. So I missed out the entire day. However, the possible challenges within...
Mr. Ogisha? Mr. Ogisha, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
I am going to beg that I restart my connection because I can't hear clearly all the speakers. It could be my network.
Okay. Copy that, facilitator.
Can I do that?
Please do that. Thank you. Do that. Well, now, in a while, we shall be receiving again our facilitator, but I would ably think we can carry on the discussion. That is to brainstorm as a class some of the threats, the possible actions that may affect our data, hardware systems, and users. We give appreciation to Madam Shakira. Madam Shakira had already given us computer viruses and loss of data as one of the risks. We are hearing from Teacher Bosco. Teacher Bosco, want to invite you again to share with us. I'm typing them down, and when we receive our facilitator, we would give this. Teacher Bosco, please join again.
I don't know whether I can be heard clearly. Can I be heard?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Yes. Teacher Bosco. Oh, sorry. Unfortunately, we lost Teacher Bosco. Colleagues, in the meantime, we have a simple discussion guideline. We are brainstorming on the possible threats that may affect data, hardware, and system. And I want to invite us to make at least contributions. Please just hit the reaction button and make a comment. No sooner our facilitator is ready, you'll join the discussion. Yeah, we are glad he has already joined. So, Mr. Dumba, in absentia, we had opened up a chat to interact with our colleagues to establish the possible risks, just as you had asked. So, want to invite you to probably continue from there.
Okay, can I now continue?
Yeah, Mr. Dumba, we are getting you, and even your video is clear.
Okay, just to do this again, what are the possible threats we encounter in our day-to-day use of computers? What was mentioned?
Comrade Nama, I talked about, that is what she gave us.
Loss of data. Someone talked about damage by water. Then someone mentions viruses. Anything else? Yes, someone has mentioned theft. And then someone mentions unstable power. Anything else? Let me go through the chart. Okay. Then there is also something else, manipulation. Manipulation of data. Now, these are some of the common problems we face when working with our computers. You could lose data. How do you lose data? Someone who gave us the point of loss of data. How do we lose data? Nora Betsy talks about hackers. Okay, this is a very short lesson, by the way, it shouldn't take more than an hour. Loss of data can happen when your hard disk crashes. Yeah, Najemba Scovia mentions that when your hard disk crashes, you can lose data. Then someone mentioned damage by water. Yes, I mentioned viruses, theft, unstable power, manipulation of data, and then hackers can lock you out, as in you don't have access to your data, the data that you created yourself or created in your company. Now, for these ones, I'm also going to ask you to suggest how can we avoid loss of data when a hard disk crashes? Who has an idea? When our hard disk crashes, to avoid loss of data due to hard disk crashes, what do we do? Any idea?
Hello.
Yes, Patrick.
Hello. Can't we use the online backup?
Sorry?
We can use online backup. We can store on internet.
Yes, we can. You can use backup. You can back up on a flash disk. You can back up on a DVD or an optical media. You can back up on an external hard drive, or you can even back up on Google Drive. If you have a Gmail account, if you have a Gmail, there are even many other online solutions for backing up. For example, for us, the websites we make, we back them up on Google Drive. Now, for me, I have something here that I want to show you. I don't know. That's right. Who can tell me the size of this external hard drive? Can anyone know see the size anywhere?
That is 3 TB.
3 terabytes.
Sorry?
3 terabyte. Wow.
Yeah. So this is a 3 terabyte external hard drive. Because I'm a technician, I find myself that I removed the top covers because I'll be putting other people's hard drives in case they need repair. But for me, I bought this one purposely for backing up. It has all my pictures, the important pictures and photos that we take, maybe when we go for a workshop, pictures of outings, family pictures, and everything. All my history is here on this external hard drive. And after using it for like, I think 5 years, it is almost getting full. And I have to buy a bigger one. But even backing up on that is not enough. Usually, for me, I have 2 places where I back up. So much as I have this backup here at my place of work, I also have a copy of that at home. That's such that in case this is destroyed, the backup at home can bail me out. So you can back up. By backing up, we mean getting a copy of what you have on your computer. For example, I have a collection of software that I use for the Itao Master Flash. I have a backup at all my branches. So I have a backup in Nabingo, I have a backup of that software in Insanji, and I have a backup of that software in Kazinga Chengera. And then I also have a backup at home, such that in case there is a problem with the data in one location, at least the chances are that I'll have another copy. Then we have another problem to do with damage by water. That's also another problem that we could face. But what we do, that is why in computer labs or anywhere near a computer, they tell one of the guidelines is to avoid food and drinks near our machines. These will destroy our computers, leading to loss of data. Then for viruses, before viruses, let me talk about theft. Many schools I've been to, there are many schools I've been to where computers are lost due to theft. And this usually happens during holidays. From your ideas, how can we ensure that machines in schools, in offices, at home are not stolen? And usually stolen by the very people we entrust them with. Who has an idea? How can we ensure that these machines are not stolen? Anyone with an idea? How do you protect your computer from theft? No idea. Anyway, for computer labs, you can use burglar proofing. And then in an office, I was at a school called Chijabwemi SS, and I saw a computer they had built a cage for. They built a cage for this particular computer. It was a first. I'd not seen that. I'd not discovered that. I had not yet known that they can even go to the level of building a cage for a computer. But the end justifies the means. The fact that they were suffering with thieves and petty thieves, this is what they had to do. So I found this particular computer in a cage. And then for unstable power of computers, you are advised to buy a power supply, a UPS, and it's called UPS in full, uninterruptible power supplies. That will help you deal with the unstable, with the unstable power. Then there is also another problem of manipulation of data. In my cafe here, sometimes you'll get stubborn elements who will come and somehow access the data of clients and start playing around with the contents of maybe Word documents and so on. I do that by making sure that they don't have access to the partition where we store this data. Then Nora Betsy mentioned hackers. For hackers and viruses, I will suggest that we use an antivirus, and it is also advisable that you use a genuine antivirus. Don't use cracked antiviruses, because the cracked antiviruses are also conduits for hackers who maybe play around with any information that they find on your computer. So this takes us to that point where we are going to install an antivirus on our computer. I will share my screen. And then I hope my screen is visible. Let me
Yes.
Yes, please. Is there a question? When you, sorry?
No, we're just providing feedback. We're providing feedback, like you consulted whether your screen is visible, just for continuity.
Okay, if you go to my apps here, I have an antivirus called Kaspersky antivirus. And then I also have a second line of protection called SmartDAV here. Where is this? I can't see SmartDAV. This is my second layer of protection. Let me first uninstall this, and then we are going to go through the process of installing a simple antivirus. I use this one because it will take just a few minutes for it to install. Okay, so there we are. Now I am going to look for how to install an antivirus. I will go to my software database. I have it here. So I have SmartDAV here, 2023. This is the newest version of SmartDAV. So I will double click this. And of course, I'll have to answer in the affirmative. Yes, okay, next, yes, create desktop icon, yes, next, and then I'll click install. So there we are, our antivirus is installed. So now, at least I have some level of protection that my data and my computer are somehow safe, although it's not 100% guarantee that you are safe. And then we also have to learn how to do software updates. Oh, okay, like let us talk about the operating system. This is Windows 11 that I'm going to use, but let us go to the control panel to show you how I can update this computer of mine, this operating system of mine. I will go to settings. Then I can even type here, updates. So Windows, I'll go to check for updates. Then when you click check for updates, here it is telling me that I am up to date. Like I told you in one of our lessons that I take care of my computer so much that I always update it. The antivirus is always fresh, the programs and everything. Now that's why you see that my computer is always up to date, and it last checked for an update at 18 minutes past 8 today. So here, if in case your computer is not updated, this is where you'll have to click. There will come a button for you to click what? To click updates. And then it will go through the process. It will usually guide you through the process. It's a simple process, but you must be connected to the internet. And then your computer will update itself to, with all the security patches. Replacing hardware parts. By the way, we have a new update here. So just after this update, we have a cumulative update of .NET Framework 3.5, 4.8, 4, and that's that. So it's downloading this update, which will take us, this is supposed to take us less than 5 minutes. It's a small update, and then it will update and fine, my computer will be up to date once again. Then for replacing worn out parts of a computer, it is simply removing what is faulty and replacing it. A decade ago, as technicians, we used to struggle with repairing hard drives. We used to struggle with repairing keyboards, mice. But these days, once one of those items gets spoiled, you simply buy another one and replace it. In this particular lesson, I did not prepare for showing you how to replace these things. It's on that day, the day before assessment, that we are going to do these things physically. And then there is something about fire drills. For fire drills, truth be told, there is no way I can do that in this meeting today. There's no way I can do fire drills in this meeting today. So I'll ask, I know Rogers and Mr. Ogisha will prepare for us a special lesson about fire drills, because this one will cut across computer applications user and web design. So for now, I ask for feedback. There is nothing much more to discuss here. This is all we have for module 6. Mr. Ogisha?
Okay, thank you very much, colleagues on call. I want to ask you to hit the reaction button as usual.
Yes, Nora.
And we give applause to our facilitator.
Which tools do you use for data recovery?
Sorry?
Which tools do you use for data recovery?
Okay, tools for data recovery. Okay, let me go through that also. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen here. Is my screen clear? Is it visible to everyone? Now,
yes, please.
Just in case you lose your data, maybe your flash disk. I don't know whether I have a flash disk around. Okay, let us go to my software database. Now, yes, sometimes you have lost your data and you have to recover your data. What do we do? Let me go to my folder here. I call it factory. And then I'll go to data recovery. I have Minitool, Partition, Magic, and EASAS. I am so in love with EASAS data recovery. So it's what I'm going to use to illustrate. So let me extract this. Oh, and by the way, Protecting our data, there is something else that I hadn't shared with you. This reminds me of something. When you are keeping your data, make sure that your data is kept in zip form. For example, this is the folder for ESAS data recovery, but in this format, it is open. It is open to viruses. So a virus will come and replace these files, and it will rename itself these original names. So when you're double clicking on this, you will unknowingly be propagating a virus. You will be helping the virus to multiply. So what we do to protect this data from viruses, this software here, to protect the software from viruses, you right click on the folder, and then you'll go to send to, and then choose compressed zipped folder. So here we are. We have ESAS data recovery, see in zipped form, and this one not zipped. So this is how I protect my software from viruses. Galaxy A03, let me first help Nora. So we are going to install ESAS data recovery wizard. And how are you going to do this? The the DRW trial is the application itself. So we double click. And then, like I said, we are always answering in the affirmative. I'll go to yes, and then okay. And then next, accept, and then confirm. Then next, create a desktop icon, yes, install, and then install again. Can someone help me get a flash disk? So ESAS data recovery has been installed. I'm trying to see if I have a flash disk here with me. Okay. It is asking for an update, but I will not update this. It's doing this because I'm installing using a computer with internet connection. So when you open, okay, let me close this. When you install ESAS data recovery, this is the icon you'll have on your desktop. So you want to use it. I'm going to insert a flash. So we have a flash disk there. I hope it is detected. Yes, here we are. And it has several files on it. Let me format this flash disk. I'll use NTFS. And you want? Yes. So I'm formatting this flash disk. I want to remove everything. Let's give it, it's a 64 GB flash disk. So it will kind of format a bit slower. Not really slow, but it will take some time to finish formatting. Then Galaxy A03, you had a question, you can ask us, wait for it to finish. Okay, our flash disk is done. Then, now we have lost everything on this flash disk. So what are you going to do to recover the data? I'm going to double click ESAS data recovery. And then it is asking me, it wants to recover all the file types. Yeah, no problem. Then I'm going to click next. And then I'll have to choose which drive I want to recover, which is this one here, drive F. And then I click. Okay. So it's going to scan to see whether we can recover the data. Nora, are you following? Nora?
Yes, I'm following.
Mhm. Now you see, it's telling us that there are how many minutes remaining? 10 minutes or so. This is the process of data recovery is a long one. So I don't know, we might not have to wait we shall not wait for this entire process. But after recovery, you'll simply click on the files that you want to recover. For example, you'll come here, click on this button here, and then you'll see all the files you want to recover. And then you'll get this button here will be active, recover. Then it will ask you for where you want. To ask for where you want to put the recovered files. You'll have to create a folder where all that data that was on your flash will go. Does that help, Nora?
Yes. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. So now, someone is asking, there is a message that usually comes on some of our computers when they are restarting. I can display that message when I share my screen. I would like to know what causes it. Of course, yeah, please share that message. I can stop my screen share. I can stop that now. Can you please share your screen and we see that message?
I need the privilege.
Yes, I've given you the privilege, Scovia.
You make the other one, Scovia, the one that starts with Scovia.
Okay. All right, granted.
Okay, thank you. This one here. Yeah, this one, I think.
Okay, yes, Scovia. Scovia, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
It is saying that the time of day is not set. So you're supposed to set the right time in your using BIOS. For Dell machines, you'll press when the computer is going on, you'll have to press F2 continuously until the computer goes into BIOS. Then you set the date. And if this keeps coming, it means your CMOS battery has run out of charge. So you have to buy another CMOS battery.
Okay.
But buying the CMOS battery alone doesn't help if you don't change the time. So you get a new CMOS battery and then you change the time. Where are you, Scovia, by the way?
I'm in Bujuko.
Bujuko is far.
If you were near,
I have a few. Sorry?
If it is near Bulova, then in Nabingo is very near. It's not very far.
Yeah, I would have given you. I have some fresh batteries here with me. I would have given you one free of charge.
Oh,
but I can't
okay.
make it to Joko.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Any other question?
May I have
a
another
flash disk
question?
128. Okay, someone says I have a 128 GB flash disk and it has failed to copy from my PC to the flash disk and it brings an error. Now, Scovia.
Yes, please.
Scovia.
Yes, please.
Are you done with screen sharing?
Yeah. Sorry. Let me disconnect.
Okay, Isaac has a problem with their flash disk that it fails to copy. One of the things you can do, Isaac,
Yes.
one of the things you can do is to format that flash disk. Are you willing to lose any data on that flash disk, Isaac?
Yes, I'm willing to.
Sorry?
I'm willing to format it and remove all the data inside.
Okay, let me share my screen and I show you how to format your flash disk.
Thank you.
Is my screen visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Now, I have a flash disk here. What is the drive of my flash disk, Isaac?
It's like I've seen it's 64 GB. Yeah, like I've seen it.
No, I want the drive letter.
Drive letter.
The drive letter.
I'm seeing
Sorry?
USB drive F.
Okay, now I know, but when you ask for a drive letter,
yeah,
you mention the drive letter. You don't mention the properties and what.
Okay.
Maybe let's do this again. What is the drive letter of the flash disk I have on this PC? Anyone to help us?
It is F.
Okay, drive letter F. Now we are going to use command prompts to format this flash disk. Sometimes when the flash disk is stubborn, you might have to use command prompt. So I'll press WinR, then launch CMD, and then on this black screen, I'm going to type F, :, and then enter. So that is our drive letter F. Then you type format space F, : enter. So it asks you insert a new disk for drive F when ready. We have already inserted it, then asks us to press enter. Then you press enter. Then it will tell you format cannot run because the volume is in use by another process. If you want to force this formatting, then you'll either press a yes. Okay, yes, Y for yes, or N for no. So for me, I'm going to type Y and then enter. Then it will tell you volume dismounted. All open handles to this volume are now invalid, and then it will start the formatting process. But remember, yours is a 128 GB flash disk. Truth be told, it's going to take some time. So you have to be patient. Like you see mine here, it's still at 0%. And you have to wait for it up to 100%. Then that's when you will follow the next prompts before you remove it. Removing it when it is still here may cause undesirable consequences. You may not use it again. Does that help, Isaac? Isaac, has that helped you?
Yes, that's helped me.
So you say we are just on 1%. If we have to wait for this, we might wait for some 30 minutes for it just to finish. Okay. Any other question? Any other question, comrades? Mr. Ogisha. Okay, Patrick asks, what's the,
Yes,
Patrick is
yes,
asking,
sir.
what is the difference between FAT and NTFS? Yes, this is a very good question. The difference will come when you're copying files to this flash disk or hard disk. When your flash disk is formatted in FAT format, if your hard disk, I repeat this, if your flash disk is formatted in FAT format, FAT, you are not able to copy files which are 4 GB and above. You will copy these 1 KB, 800 MB files, 2 GB files. The moment it goes beyond 4 GB, you cannot copy it to that. It will tell you the space on the flash disk is not enough. Even if you have a 500 GB flash disk, even if you have a 64 GB flash disk. For example, let me take you to, let me share this. Let me share my screen again. Let me go to my software database again. Now, under operating systems, we have this Windows 7 ISO image. This Windows 7 image cannot be copied to a 64 GB flash disk, much as it is only 4 GB, if that flash disk is formatted under FAT. So you have to format your flash disk in the NTFS format for it to accept files, single files that are larger than 4 GB. Does that help, sir? Okay, then we had another question. Is it the same way of formatting a write-protected flash disk? Yes. If your flash disk is write-protected, one of the issues could be a lock that is on the flash disk. If the lock is not on the flash disk, if you don't have a lock on the flash disk, then you can try using this, although sometimes it may fail. I'm answering questions. Let me stop the share. Any other questions as we wind up? Mr. Ogisha.
Yes, we have another question through the chat, I think, finally, through the chat.
I wish people knew how I'm struggling with the charts. From the chart format. The charts, it's sometimes the charts need someone else to be reading the charts as someone reads them and someone answers them, because scrolling through this screen here is terrible. Then Patrick asked why some flash allows FAT format only. I've not come across that anyway. But what you do, right click on the flash disk, format, and then choose NTFS. I have to say that I wish you had that flash disk that refuses. We would have tried it out on your computer. Any other?
My network is not okay, but I have Scovia. Scovia has also asked the question that what causes a keyboard to refuse to work on a computer when it's not faulty, just refusing to work on that particular computer. I don't know whether it can be heard. I have had network issues.
No, can you kindly repeat the question?
Question is through the chat, and it is, what causes a keyboard refuse to work on a computer when it is not faulty, just refusing to work on that particular computer?
On that particular computer, the chances are that the port is not functioning. If the keyboard is working on another computer and then is refusing on your particular computer, then change the USB ports. That's what I can suggest for now.
Very much, facilitator. We are very privileged. Although, like you commented at the first, I am having issues with network. I don't know whether you can hear me, but I could be breaking somewhere. My bandwidth is not very good today. Teacher Rogers has a contribution to make.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Dumba, and all colleagues for the interaction. Yes, we are members. We are about to reach the end, like I mentioned earlier. Mr. Dumba, there is something that we were discussing before when we were having the interactions on the ITAO platform regarding the DIT. And one of the things which you actually raised and you were asking was the issue of whether it is achievable. These things are too much, the time allocation, and we had some mathematics on the amount of time that we are having as if you got the ATP for application user, you'll find they have suggested 480 contact hours for the application, that is the Word, Excel, and all that. Then these other modules, networks, is one which has also more time, networks. Then what we are looking at today of performing system security. So you find that they put some of these hours, but like I said, when they were making these modules, some of these hours, they were getting them from the other past modules which they had for tailoring, for what. So some of them, they were just trying to estimate, but they never measured very well. So maybe during the review, they will make more refined allocations of the contact hours. But one thing I wanted to raise is, members, it is achievable. This work is supplementary to what we teach in the other curriculum. So if the learners have learned the Word, the Excel, the PowerPoint, during the normal lessons of NCDC, the other normal new curriculum syllabus, then during the extra time for DIT, which you can allocate, some schools allocate on weekends, others allocate after classes, because these new curriculum classes are supposed to end around 3. So from the last period, the last double up to maybe 4:30, you can allocate some time for extra work for DIT specifically. So we have passed through here, but I know for us we were teachers, and when we are doing this, we mainly specifically invited members who are already members who have been teaching, and so we have been quickly having an overview. And I think we can appreciate that senior 1 to senior 3 time, 3 years can be enough for us to add on these other parts of the DIT education assessment. Yeah, so members, I want you to get to the ATPs, continue passing through them, and even the books. Those who have picked books, you can now read through the notes. We shall continue sharing more notes. I know Mr. Dumba has compiled some notes actually when we were in the Makerere College workshop. He gave us some other practical steps and all that. We shall continue sharing more of these. as we prepare for the physical workshop and also the assessment, which we shall communicate. The same thing for website developer as well. We are left with today we are going to be looking at maintaining website. Maintaining website, we are going to look at similar things. Backup, security. We also have viruses online, viruses which can attack computers, malware. So we are going to be discussing those things still when it comes to maintaining the website, updating, like Mr. Dumba has been telling us Windows updates. Also here we shall be looking at updating the website. Yesterday we looked at uploading the website. Some members by the time we finished had gone off, but we uploaded this website here for Madam Najemba online. And I also noticed that without even a domain, you can actually just get hosting alone if you don't need to buy a domain. You can just get hosting and you have your website hosted on an IP address. And then you can buy a domain later. Yeah, so like this one right now, it is on an IP address. And it can have access to the cPanel and have everything. So these things here, we shall continue sharing. So later on in the evening, we shall share more about the maintenance of website, security, updating. Just like I know many members of the ICT department, we normally give the head teacher a bill every term for computer maintenance, reinstalling Windows, antivirus, blowing, and all those things. So like we talked about them here. So we should have them. Even the website also needs maintenance, updating, posting content, and all that. So that's what I wanted to give as a remark, to just give an overview and connect members and give members confidence that it is possible. Many schools are fearing this DIT. They say we don't have time, what, but the attitude issue is also in there. But if we are positive and we embrace it and we prepare our tools and the notes and other practical exercises, and we give learners extra work after classes and weekends, we can achieve training our learners and these modules. So this is what I wanted to say and give you. Thank you very much. So members, I believe everyone, if you have not yet registered, sent the data, I think maybe you will not manage. Yesterday I was a bit harsh, but I was just wanting members to submit. So if you have not submitted up to now, then it maybe you are not ready to do assessment today within this load. But I'm going to give calls to each member who has not yet submitted their data and get the final say from them. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to say. Submit.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mkalele. Thank you, Mr. Dumba, for appeal to us additionally to devote some time to do the work. We have worked in the previous presentations that the facilitators gave us as far as practice is concerned. I want to encourage you. I know you work along a busy schedule, but let us try to go through the work. Then that said, I also invite you to make a consultation. The facilitators are always there on call, willing to offer any continuous guidance. Remember, the goal was to engage us, to empower and share knowledge. So as we look forward to doing the work, we are fully equipped and very connected to share knowledge as a team. So let us reach out for help via WhatsApp group. If you don't want to make a comment through the WhatsApp, you can even remain anonymous. Just inbox the facilitator, inbox any other person, or even me, and I'll reach out for support to any other person. Otherwise, we are thankful for you who have attended this session this morning. We shall share the video immediately in the WhatsApp group for you to go through. Where you didn't get, you have to review the video and keep practicing. Until we meet again in the evening, I want us to have a good day. Colleagues, I want to ask us to attend also in the evening as we still look at web maintenance. Allow me end this session here for now. Good comments coming from Madam Shakira. You're welcome, comrade. Thank you. And all colleagues who have been on call patiently, bought data and followed all the presentations. This has been module 6, and tomorrow we'll have module 7. That would mean if you look at the checklist, we are winding up with the modules. But like we have said, we shall still keep engaging as a team continuously until the day for the assessment. But even after the day, the assessment, we shall keep connecting as a team and sharing knowledge in all our various places of work. Otherwise, for now, together with my team, I want to wish you a very good day, and hopefully we shall keep interacting via the chat room. Till we meet again, have a good day. Thank you all. Bye.